Corner continuing our series of stories on the elections and the issues that you're going to decide next week, or maybe early if you do it that way. Tonight we're going in depth on Amendment 1. Voters will get to decide on solar energy in Florida, but this issue is more complicated than it sounds. Foreigner Corner's Chris Shaw explains.
Florida needs more solar.
The people who support Amendment 1 say it's time to put sunshine in the Sunshine State.
Well, there's a lot of potential for solar in the state of Florida.
But opponents, a bipartisan group of people who do support solar energy, say there's something shady about this amendment.
It actually sets a very dangerous precedent.
The amendment itself is short. It says you have the right to own or lease solar equipment for your home, a right most agree you already have. Now here's the controversial part. It also says state and local governments shall retain their abilities to protect consumer rights, and that consumers who do not choose to install solar are not required to subsidize the cost of those who do. The phrase subsidize the cost is what scares opponents. You see, solar customers still need to rely on traditional utility companies for times when the sun is not out and they can't generate their own power. So some argue if this amendment passes, utility companies could, in theory, try to charge solar customers more than other customers when they need electricity. Steve Smith is with the Southern Alliance for Clean Energy.
Then they could basically say, you know something, we want to put an added charge on every solar customer to make them pay, quote unquote, their fair share.
Not so, says Jim Callinger with Consumers for Smart Solar.
They're not a monopoly. They can't do that. They can't set rates. They can't, all the stuff that they say utility companies are going to do, they can't do it.
The former state rep says this is purely a consumer protection amendment designed to drive away solar power scam artists who have taken advantage of people across the country.
We see what's happening in Arizona, California, Nevada. We want to make sure that that does not happen here in the state of Florida.
There is no language in this that whatsoever that provides any new consumer protections.
Now, Chris, finding out Amendment 1 is supported by several chambers of commerce across Florida, but its biggest backers are utility companies, which have poured millions of dollars into this effort to get it passed, which is why you see so many commercials, and that's only fueling speculation. They really stand to gain the most. The amendment has to get at least 60% approval from voters to pass, and tomorrow we're going to get you both sides of the debate on another proposed amendment, Amendment 2. That's an effort to expand medical marijuana in Florida.